guys, it's Tracy Mitchell, VA with ThisIs50.com. I'm with my very special guest, Torica.
Hi.
Hey, girl.
How are you?
How you doing? How you feeling today?
I'm awesome. So it's crazy, right? As I was coming here, someone sent me a video of Tyler, the Creator, singing my song.
What?
Yeah.
Tyler, the Creator?
Like he was on the Nardwuar show like 3 days ago, and he was singing Sick of Being Lonely.
And how did that make you feel?
I just posted it. I was like, Day Maze.
Sick of Being Lonely. Like, let's talk about that one.
Yes.
Where was that one featured on?
That's a hook I did for this rap duo called Phil Ma.
Yeah.
And that's like my most notable song to date.
Can you sing it for me so I can go ahead and like...
I'm so sick of being lonely every night while my man goes out with his homies. I wanna know how it feels to be.
You be loved!
Oh my God.
Y'all, I'm terrible. I didn't know I can't sing.
You'll just do a car karaoke sing.
Yeah, like in the shower.
Okay.
Miss Torica, though, so like, what have you been up to? I know you've been on tour. Like,
Yes.
Tell me about everything that's been going on.
So I just got back from the Still Having Mood Swings tour with Vito, and that was 13 cities, and it was amazing. I had so much fun. It was so exciting. And I'm not gonna lie, it was exhausting. Your girl is a little tired, you know?
Yeah.
But it was really fun, and I think the most exhilarating part about it is I was performing music that people haven't heard yet, and they were really connecting to it, and like it was resonating with people. And when I got off the stage, like to do my meet and greets, you know, a lot of the fans were like, oh my God, I really felt this song, or I really love the lyrics on this song, or I'm going through this right now. There was one young lady I met. It was the first stop. It was in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
She was basically crying. She was like, one of your songs is literally about something I'm actually going through right now. It's called A Whole Mood. Yeah.
Okay.
And You Made Me This Way.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That is really cool.
So it was definitely like,
yeah,
you know, that was dope. Because as an artist, like, we think what we're doing sounds good, but you never know how it sounds until the people tell you, you know, how it's connecting.
And that just kind of confirms with you that you're still on the right track and music is just meant for you.
Period.
I want to know, how have you been able to stay relevant all these years, though? Because you on tour, you still got these fans coming out. You still bringing in new fans, too, with your music.
I have to attribute my success to Big Guy. You know what I'm saying? You're always looking out for your girl. But really, honestly, I've always been a songwriter. So I've always been in the industry, more so in the background versus the forefront. And music is just who I am, and it's in my DNA, and it's what I love, and I can always stop doing it and start doing it at any time. And I can just, when you really make music and you're really an artist, you're always an artist. It's not like, oh, I was just an artist then and now I'm doing something else. I can do other things, but music is something that's like just gonna stay forever.
Like with me with journalism, I have my moments sometimes to where I love it so much, but I just need to take a break and it's just too much. Like, how have you been able to stay in love with it?
Well, I did take a hiatus because I always said, and I apply this to anything, but especially with music in the industry, and you know how crazy things can be, you know, outside of what people see on social media. But I always said, you know, I would continue doing music or anything as long as I was having fun. And at one point, it stopped being fun. So I was like, you know what? So I don't lose my love for something that I naturally am gifted to do. Let me step away, disconnect so I can reconnect. So that hiatus was very beneficial because I was able to really just recenter myself, refocus on me. I was becoming what I was doing versus doing what I love.
Yes, because I feel like sometimes we get it mixed up. We think we fell out of love with something, but it's really just, we just need to just take a break. No. So
because we are in the like sleep is for suckers society, like that's our generational mindset.
Sleep.
And I'm like, no, baby, I need a nap. Like, I don't know about y'all, I need a little nap sometimes. So yeah, I just had to take a little music nap.
For sure. I love that. What about with R&B? Like, a lot of people are saying it's dead or it's dying out. Like, what is your opinion on R&B today?
Well, clearly I'm here, I'm alive, so it's not dead. And if you look at the artists that are touring right now, they're R&B. Yes. And they're selling out. I mean, look at how many people are flocking to Vegas to go to Usher's show. That tells you right there. And obviously Usher has new music, but the music that people are coming to hear are the songs that they've grown up to, been in love with, you know, broken up to, got over a bad situation with. So people still love R&B. R&B is honestly the basis and the foundation for a lot of music. So I think that somebody in the, I don't know, somewhere in the powers that be, someone's put that narrative out there, but it's really not true. Like R&B music is very much alive, and a lot of the artists that are pop artists are singing R&B music. They just don't look like us.
Yes, with me with R&B, I don't know. It's just kind of a hit or miss these days because it's just don't be like real emotion. Like these days, I'm like, you know, back in the day, music was like, I love you, you know, crying in the rain, getting on the knees, but now it's like, F you, like I'm gonna move on and do these things.
It's definitely a lot more toxic elements in R&B than it was before. But I'm here to bring some of that back, some of that emotion back. I make life experience R&B, so my music is about real shit that people are going through, and it's stuff that I've gone through, and I know other women are going through.
So being on this tour, what song was probably like the best experience for you when it comes to like performing it, and what is the relationship with it?
Okay, so. That's a loaded question. The song that surprisingly people resonated with the most is a song called Outside. I haven't released it yet.
Okay.
But it's basically about just that. Like, oh, you outside? Well, I'm going to be outside too. Like, let's go, twin. So the girls really love that. But I think the song that had the most impact emotionally was You Made Me This Way. And that song's not released yet either. But it's basically about being in a relationship. Things start out really sweet and smooth and nice and romantic. And then circumstances cause one or the other, you know, people in the relationship to start, you know, having to get a little crazy. And it's like, oh, don't act surprised because you made me this way.
It's like they be thinking we just woke up and just started just hating them and everything, but you made me this way.
I ain't woke up like this.
That needs to be a hashtag. Let's talk about, so Mood Swings Tour, that's the name, right?
Mood Swings, yeah, still having Mood Swings.
Still having Mood Swings. Can you just talk about the creativity behind it, though, behind that name?
Well, Vito's his previous album that he put out was called Mood Swings.
Okay.
So he did a tour earlier this year to promote it, and then he decided to put out another album called Seven, which is his 7th album, and he decided to call it Still Having Mood Swings too, because so many of his fans were like, you ain't come to my city, why you ain't come to LA, why you come here, right? like his fans go
crazy
hard. Like they were so upset that they missed the first leg of, you know, his first tour, so he was like, we got to run this back because so many people felt like they missed out. So when I saw like he was going out this time, my project is called A Whole Mood. So it was just like such an aligned thing. Like I'm a whole mood, having mood swings, you know what I'm saying? So
it was just a perfect combination. And overall, like that experience, like if you could just sum it up, just how could you explain it?
Yeah, I would say that, I mean, we were talking a little bit off camera, but Vito's audience is like 95.9% female, and that's who I make my music for. I'm not saying that my music isn't for anyone else, but I'm speaking as a woman to other women. Like, this is what I'm going through, this is what I've gone through, this is what I have thrived and come on the other side of, this is what I've survived, this is what you can survive. Like, it's not the end, it's not the end of the world. You broke up, you be sad, okay, but then, you know what I'm saying, put that shit on and get back outside. Like,
you
so
feel like women need more of that. You feel like women need more of that music?
Yeah, I feel like we have gotten in a space in music where, you know, women are just like this object of like someone's story, like, oh, that's just such and such's girl, or oh, that's such and such's baby mama. Like, no, we need to get back to re-identifying who we are.
I agree with that one. That was a good answer. Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's the truth. That's just how it is.
Period. Can you tell me, okay, when was Sick of Being Lonely released? What year was that?
2002, 2003. April 2002 was when it first released.
Oh my God. I just moved to Virginia from Hawaii. Oh my God, it just took me back.
Yes.
If there's anything in that time that you wish you could bring back music industry wise, what would it be?
I really miss like being able to take a CD out of the case and putting it in the CD player and listening to it. And listening to it so much that it skips. Like, I really miss going to the record store and buying CDs, or meeting artists at meet and greets and they're signing the CD. Like, that got lost with this whole streaming and digital age, and I appreciate the digital side, but I miss just being able to touch the people. And funny story, while I was on tour, I was at one of the after parties, and this young lady came up to me and she was like, oh my God, I loved your performance, I loved your set, you're so pretty in person, you're so nice, can we take a picture? And I was like, sure. She was like, can we do a video? So we do a video, and she was like, I just have to tell you, she's like, don't think I'm weird, but you smell like heaven. So thank you. I don't know her name, but I have to shout her out, because
heaven? Oh,
had we not been able to meet in person, she never would have known like what I smell like, or what my hair looks like, or how I actually look off of the internet. So I miss that. Like, I really miss the connectivity, the in-person, you know, interaction with the fans.
Yes, also with me, I just miss like opening up that, you know, that brochure, the book inside of the CD, and just like reading the lyrics along, look at the pictures, the photography. There was a whole lot of effort. Now it's just streaming. Okay.
No shade to the streaming, but we're just saying we miss that too.
And bring it back, just in some kind of way. If they could bring it back in any kind of way, I would like that. Yeah, for sure.
I got you. I'm gonna take a note.
I have to ask for the fans. Okay, can you give us like I know you're probably annoyed of people asking, but the story behind how you even got on the hook of that song.
Sure. So I used to, when I first moved to Atlanta, my former roommate was overhearing me sing in the shower. And when I got out of the shower, she was like, "Oh, what song was that you were playing on the radio?" I was like, "What radio?" She was like, "That you were playing when you were in the shower." I'm like, "That was me singing." She was like, "Shut up." So then she takes me to Noontime Studios. I meet like Jazzy Fame, Polo the Don, he was in Jim Crow.
The big hitters.
Yeah, like Brian Michael Cox, Teddy Bishop, like all of these dope producers who are now like Grammy Award winning producers were all working out of this one studio. So Jazzy was like, "Oh, let's exchange information. If I have some projects that I want to bring you in on, I'll hit you up." A month later, he hit me like, "Hey, I have this rap duo. They're signed to MC and Geffen. I want you." He was like, "I would love to hear your voice on this record." He was like, "Come to the studio." I came to the studio. I cut that hook in like 30 minutes, and here we are.
Oh my gosh. Does stories even happen like that these days, y'all? Like, I need to know. How do people even, like, get signed these days? Because she was just singing in the shower, somebody heard you, and now all of a sudden you're in front of those big people.
Well, like, I like to tell people, there was no social media then. So you were forced to meet people. Like, I met everybody in person. It wasn't like, oh, I hit somebody in the DM, like, "Oh, what's up?" Literally just meeting people, just being in the right room at the right time. Everything just aligned.
Everything just aligned too. But if there's anything that you would change, would it be anything?
Yes, that we had social media then, because I would be doing like my own Renaissance tour. You know what I'm saying? So
your own TikTok content going viral for your TikTok videos.
I really think that if we had the digital component then, a lot of the things that we did that no one captured, it would have catapulted our careers even further. But I still appreciate where I am now. I'm just saying it would have been a little easier, you know, to get to the top if I had to take the stairs to the elevator. So
I'm not gonna lie, like I gotta thank social media myself. I'm from a small town, and me being able to be like on a platform like This Is 50 and stuff. If it wasn't for the internet, you know, I wouldn't be here.
Shout out to the internet. Shout out to 50 Cent.
So
shout out to This Is 50.
I don't know what era wins, but social media, you know, they help a lot of people grow their business and their brands. For sure. Well, your career started in 2002, but I want to know, what's the next level of Torica you feel like?
My goal is to go on tour, like headline my own tour, and it just be a tour full of other female artists. And my goal is really to just become a household name. I think that my music is dope. I think it's about something. I think it is filling a void that's missing right now. And I'm that girl, and people just need to see me. Like, they need to get into all of this.
That's amazing. And you do look amazing, too. Like, what?
Y'all know that good melanin don't crack.
And talk to us about Dance With Me, too.
Okay, so Dance With Me is a really fun song. It's a little provocative for me, for my style. But it's basically me telling my significant other what I want him to do, how I want him to do it, and when. Ooh. So I'm not going to give y'all too much. You got to just listen to it to find out what I'm saying on the song. But come dance with me.
I think it's really cool too. I'm sorry, I can't stop looking to my right that he's helping you with everything, like within the family. Do you keep everything within the family?
No, but she's referring to my son, who's a videographer and a photographer. Y'all follow him on Instagram at TRACYVA. If you need any photography or videography services, he's that guy. You be getting my advice too? Yeah, I mean, my son's very mature, and he kind of grew up with me, and like he got to see me working, and I brought him along with me when I was doing certain things. So I think he naturally has a gift to be creative, just because, you know, his DNA. You know, but I think just me leading by example, like I sacrificed a lot of time as a mom just pursuing my career, because it's very difficult, and as a single mom it's even more difficult. But I think it's more important for him to learn that you can really do and have whatever you want as long as you don't give up and you work really hard and you stay focused. So, you know, some of the sacrifices that I made, you know, I think all moms have like mom guilt about that. But I think the more important lesson is showing him that he can be his own boss. He doesn't have to be a consumer. He doesn't have to work for anybody to be successful.
That's amazing. And that's amazing. And the fact that, you know, y'all are working together, it's just, y'all, this is a whole nother episode that we could talk about here.
The whole movie.
All right, Torica, is there anything else you want to leave us with here on this50.com?
Yes, I need you guys to go on Spotify, Tidal, Apple, Pandora Music, Amazon Music, and anywhere else you stream music online, and just hit play every single day, every morning when you get up and right before you go to bed, hit play on all of my songs, and then go to my website, www.toricasworld.com, and then go on my Instagram, follow me, and then share my page with someone else, and then tell them to follow me and do the same thing. And then DM me, and then like my pictures, and leave comments.
Tell them to follow me too. Tracy Mitchell VA.
Tracy Mitchell VA. It's Torica's World and Tracy Mitchell VA. If you're not following us, like, what you doing? That's how the creator knows who I am. So baby, get into it.
I'm about to pull up that video right after this. But dance with me out now. See you guys next time.